Hi everyone, this is part 4 of the denim journal, and the denim journal is the one with the bumblebee on the front. Now last time I was working on putting all the pages in, so I've completed that now. So if you have a look back in part 3, I'm actually putting the pages in not very well, so I have had to redo them. The technique that I use is correct. If there's a wrong way or a right way, but I put them too close to the actual fold where the main part of the, you can still see the holes that I've left behind. So what I did is I took that out. So I took this signature out altogether. There's only 2 signatures in this journal. So I took that out altogether. And then put the holes further in to the spine, and then I did the same with the other signature as well, so that it's not running down the actual fold. I haven't made a journal with such a small spine before, so that's what sort of threw me a bit really. So the template did work, but I should have just moved the holes in more, you know, working with a smaller spine. So I've managed to get all the pages in, so I've gone for a mixture. As you know, if you watch part 3, I've gone for a mixture of cream. I've put some packaging paper in, another cream, and then I've done two creams there, and then I've done a printed paper there, so it's a bit more of a feature paper. This one is upside down, unfortunately. It's because my printer took it back in and turns it round, turns the page round and then pops out the wrong way up, but it's fine. It is a junk journal, so it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I like about them. And then obviously we've got cream, packaging and cream, and then with the other one we've got a cream piece, and I put a mulberry piece in, which has got the little leaves and petals in, which is quite nice. And then another cream, packaging, cream, and then obviously it's the same on the reverse. So there's plenty of pages to play with in this one. And then obviously, I think it was part 2, I put the pocket on. So the little pocket, so you've got the pocket there, and then you've also got the pocket on the side there as well. Little tuck spot there. So that's where we've got to so far. And then obviously I've done the front cover. So in this video, I thought I would do a pocket on the front cover, on the inside of the front cover, and then cover all my messy stitches. I mean, it's not too bad. I'm not sure. You could probably get away with that, but I'm going to put some nice ribbon down. So that's what this video is, so you can see how far I've got. So I was thinking about, I found a card which I've refolded, and it's got all, it's like handmade paper. So I thought if I put that in, I might trim that down a little bit more. See what it looks like with rounded corners. If it will do it. Oh yeah. Might have to trim that. Kind of done it, hasn't it? Just trim that up a little bit. And then I thought, if I just put some distress ink along there, that gives us 2 pockets then in the front part of the front cover, So if I just go around that. So I sort of refolded the card, so it was a little bit off centre anyway, and then I've refolded it so that it makes it come down slightly. So I'll just put some dye around the edges there. So then it brings that edge out a little bit more so you can see that it's a separate pocket then. I think I might just go for it and stick that in. So then I was thinking, if I have a look through my scrap tin, without trying to wobble the camera too much. So I've got bits of scrap that could be useful. Maybe, I love that pumpkin paper. Maybe something along. So I just, when I make things, so these are little paper bags, and what I've done is I've cut the bottoms off and made up pop-up pockets in one of the journals, and that's what's left. So it's a shame to throw them away, really. So it's when I'm in the process of making things, anything that's sort of left over I'll chuck into this, and then it might come in handy. What's that there? Have a look and keep that out. Might not use it. Let's have a look then. Pop that back out of the way. So maybe turn that into, I think it looks a little bit too, maybe, oh, that might be nice actually. Just pop that on the front as a mini pocket. So I just cut that to size. That's it's a bit wibbly, that one. Yeah, I'll have it going that way. So kind of, that'll decorate the front of the pocket, but at the same time, oh, that's quite nice as well. Oh, okay, it's all right. So that'll decorate the front of of this pocket, but also it'll be a pocket in itself. I'm saying pocket a lot, sorry. So if I just roughly get that middle. And then if you've got a circle punch, you can just kind of make a little half a cut in the pocket there. Wow, that flew away. So then that's another separate one on the front there. I won't do the middle punches for these because I don't think that'll cut very well, because it's that handmade paper, so it's very fibrous. So I'm just gonna ink around this one. Yeah, let's stick it in before I overthink it. So that can go back in the scrap there. It's handy to have all these little offcuts because they do come in useful. So what I need to do now is stick, so glue down here so that that joins together. Glue sealed up a little bit. So just down the two edges, because obviously that bottom part's already sealed. So that turns into the pocket then. So that just there. And then we need to glue the 3 edges there because we want that to be a pocket as well. I really have to think about this because it's quite common that I will just seal everything up. I get carried away with the glue. And then, yeah, so we still, see, I nearly went to go like that then. Keep an eye on myself. Okay, so that's that in. And then 3 sides on this one. So 1, 2, 3, not along the top. And then put that one down there. So that's decorating that, and at the same time is its own little pocket as well, which they're all handy. So that's that one. And then I thought this journal card would look quite nice with the green and the pink. So I've made, just again out of, I did a lot of journal pages out of an old nature book that I found in a charity shop. So I'll just cut the picture out. Obviously I've just used the crazy edge scissors, and then I put a piece of note paper on the back so that you then can use that as a journal card. So that can just go in there, which I think looks quite nice against the green and the pink. And then I've got, because we've got Bumblebee on the front, I've also got a little Bumblebee journal card to slide in there. And that's got the embroidery lace on with the gold, which I think is quite nice. And again, that's a journal card, so you can write on the back of there. And then I thought for the front, I could use some of these I've forgotten what they're called now. You get a pack of them anywhere. There's a pack of them. They're like index cards. That's the one. Oh, words escape me. So I thought if I fold them in half, as you know, I'm famous for my straight cutting, and just make a little mini pad out of those. For that front pocket, perhaps. But what I might do, I won't video all of this now. What I'll do is I'll make it on a video, but I'll speed it up for you to show you it, because it's quite long-winded, because I like to ink the pages and so on. So I'm going to just turn some index cards into a little notebook, and then that will go in the front, or one of the pockets anyway. I might move them around a bit. So that is the inside part complete of the journal. Obviously I'm not sure if this is going to be somebody else's journal or keep it as my own, so I don't want to go crazy with all the pages just yet. So I'm just going to decorate the spine, the outside part of the spine, with some ribbon, and then I'll allow that to dry. But I'll do a little video of me making the little notepad separately, because I don't want to keep you too long. I mean, I could as well add some little bits of ribbon in here and things like that. So, but for now, I'll keep it as it is. So I just wanted to give you a little update really. So if I just put this ribbon just to cover up that spine, I mean, it's not too bad, but I think that looks quite nice with the bumblebee. So I'll trim that to there. I can always trim it again after I've glued it. And then I think I'll glue down the spine rather than on the ribbon. I hope you can see. So I'm using Fabri-Tac. It's very good glue. I use it for pretty much everything in the journals, and Mod Podge. I use Mod Podge to put the cover on. I did a video of me, I think I did a video of me putting it on, or I took photographs, part 1. I don't like keeping you too long. So put a good amount of Fabri-Tac on, and then just place the ribbon on. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. I think that looks nice with the, I think that goes nice with the bumblebee. And then I'll just, hopefully, just trim that end piece there. And again, with junk journals, if things fray or, you know, look a bit used, that's really part of having a junk journal. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just trim that up. So that is, made a mess there. So that is the spine covered. I think that looks quite cute. And then obviously we've done the front cover. So I'm going to just leave that to dry. I don't want to mess around with the journal anymore. I'm going to let that dry. It doesn't take long to dry, a couple of hours, but I'll leave it for longer than that while I'm doing other bits and pieces. Just so that's nice and sturdy on to there. So that's the spine we've done, and then we've done the inside pocket. So it's pretty much done. Obviously with journals you can constantly add things and take things away unless you've really glued it, but yeah, you know, that could have something put onto it there. So that's that one so far anyway. So I'll do a little video of me making the notepad. I'll speed it up, and then I'll put that in later once that's dried. I'm going to leave that spine as it is with the book closed. I'll put the little fastener on there, and put that to one side. Okay, so that's the journal video, denim journal, sorry. Thank you.